Good evening and welcome to Sports Desk. I'm Manny Nacarado.
And I'm Olivia Howell. We're wrapping up for a weekend filled with Canes sports, and there's a lot to get to today.
For sure, Olivia, but before we look forward to what's ahead, let's take it back to last Saturday in Chapel Hill.
The Denver Broncos faced off against the Bills Monday night in Buffalo, and Cortland Sutton left fans' jaws on the floor with today's play of the day. All right, it's early in the second quarter. Russell Wilson takes the snap. It's play action. He's scrambling way behind the line of scrimmage. He heaves one up to Cortland Sutton. Is it a catch? They say no at first, but let's take a look at the replay. It looks like both feet are in, and Cortland Sutton makes an absolutely insane catch. He's got 2 feet in, drags the toes, and Cortland Sutton, you can go on and celebrate that because you are today's play of the day. Thanks, guys. The rivalry between Miami and Florida State is one of the biggest in all of college football. And with the series being split 35-32 in Miami's favor, the 68th matchup between the two teams is full of anticipation. Our reporter Zach Macer is live outside Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. Zach, what can you tell us about tomorrow's matchup? I'm here at Hard Rock Stadium where the Canes are about to face off against Clemson, where they're hoping to turn their losing streak into a winning streak. Quarterback Tyler Van Dyke suffered an injury and warmed up with the team before the game, but it will be a game-time decision of whether or not he plays. For UMTV, I'm Olivia Howell. Courtney Barron has been running for over 50 years and is known as the godfather of running. Today, he celebrates his 80th birthday, and there is no better way to celebrate. Hello and welcome to this week's special edition of Inside Pitch. I'm your host, Olivia Howell, here with analyst Cal Friedman. Cal, it's so great to be out here at Mark Light Field. It's such a beautiful day, but let's get right to it. Miami struggled heavily throughout last weekend's series against the Gators. What were the biggest issues you saw?
Well, the biggest issue for Miami in Gainesville has been their toughest issue all season long, and it's been their starting pitching. Head coach Gino DeMare mentioned that Miami's starters needed to go 6, maybe 7 innings if they wanted to return to Omaha this season. Right now, they're having trouble getting through 5. Looking at Gage Zeal firstly, the Friday night guy, his strikeout numbers are still there, Olivia. However, he's getting hit a lot more than he was last season. It hasn't been the cleanest transition to starting. That ERA is still over 10. Alejandro Rosario started out really well in these first 2 weekends here at the Light, but the Gators figured him out. He couldn't get through 3 innings at UF. So Miami, they're going to make a change. Carson Ligon's going to move up from Saturday to Friday, get the game 1 start here at the Light tonight. It's going to be a difficult challenge for Carson, but he's been Miami's best arm. A Miami team that needs a win. They've lost 4 out of 5. How do you flip momentum? You give your best guy a chance on Friday night and hope that momentum carries in. That's why Carson Ligon's getting the nod tonight.
For sure, Cal. It should be interesting to see how the Canes perform with that switch up. But this weekend is the ACC series opener. 7 teams in the conference are currently ranked, with NC State ranked at number 19. What should the Canes expect going up against this battle?
They should expect a high-octane offense, as they should all season long. The ACC always looks like one of the toughest conferences in college baseball. This season, it's no different. Let's take a look at those 7 teams that Olivia mentioned. Miami's going to face 6 of them in their next 6 ACC series. There's 3 teams in the NCAA that are undefeated, 2 of them in the ACC. 1 of them are here tonight. The Wolfpack, 13-0. They've got 5 players hitting over 390, especially freshman Cannon Peebles, who's leading the team with a 480 average.
For sure, Cal. The Wolfpack has a ton of stacked players, but tell me, Cal, what are your calls?
Well, Miami needs to get their leadoff guys on. Edgardo Villegas had a great start to the season. I think he's going to be on base a lot this weekend. Secondly, NC State, they're undefeated, but their best win so far is against Coastal Carolina. They haven't quite faced Miami's level of pitching. It's a great opportunity for them to pick up some strikeouts. And finally, I mentioned it last week, Miami has to do a better job with runners in scoring position. Who's been their best option? It's been Blake Sear. He's going to have a big weekend in his ACC debut.
It's going to be an exciting weekend for sure, Cal, but that's all the time we have. Back to Daryl and Ethan at the desk. It's easy to underestimate the amount of time and dedication that it takes to be in the marching band. But one member of the Frost Band of the Hour is breaking barriers and making his dreams come true. I had the pleasure of getting to know him. The University of Miami's football team is known around the country. But no college game day experience would feel complete without a performance from the Frost Band of the Hour. For more than 90 years, the band has performed at every home game, and whether it's the pregame or the halftime show, or the alma mater playing after a huge win, Canes fans far and wide can't wait to hear from the iconic ensemble. But for one member of the band, the drills look a bit different. Meet Caden Jamid, a freshman on the pre-law track double majoring in philosophy and political science, and he has been playing the trumpet since middle school. He performs in every band routine and learns every piece of music, all without seeing a thing.
I would get music in Braille but I would always ultimately work to make sure I would memorize my music. I enjoyed the challenge of like learning new music and making sure I can get it down packed and sounding good.
Despite the obstacles he may face, Caden's bandmates are some of his biggest supporters.
I've never had a blind student in the marching band before. In fact, I'm not sure that I've ever even heard of a blind student in a marching band. So this is really uncharted territory for all of us, but Caden is outstanding and it's coming together beautifully.
One thing that Caden does not shy away from is hard work.
I just eventually, just continued practicing and, try to work my skill up to as high as I can get it to be.
And that dedication certainly doesn't go unnoticed.
Caden is just such a fearless and engaged young man. I mean, he really loves doing this. He loves playing his trumpet, and he wants to be incredibly independent, and he wants to function at a really high level. And so it's really a testament to just understanding that that's really the key to everything we do in life.
Caden continues inspiring those around him, and when you talk to others about him, the one thing they seem to appreciate the most is his ability to make them laugh.
I think for sure that he's opened my eyes. He has like a resilience to just everything, and I admire how funny he is. He, first day that I met him, he just started cracking jokes to make everybody more comfortable, so it was really cool. I think that working with him that closely has brought us together.
There have been so many times when I'll say, okay, can you see the yard line over here? And you'll hear one voice go, nope. He has a great sense of self, and he loves doing this activity, he loves making music, and it's something that can bring us all together.
For UMTV, I'm Olivia Howell. Thanks, Jake. We all see the players on the field with their helmets and their gear, but who helps them get there? This past week, I followed the team that helps get the Canes ready to hit the gridiron. The locker room is set. Shoulder pads, cleats, and helmets are laid out nicely, and the players are ready to take the field. But how did it all get there? It all starts with a different team, the equipment crew. And this group works just as hard as the team on the field.
So our preparation starts really as soon as the previous game's over. Every game's a road game for us, so we're loading a truck, unloading a truck. So we'll come back, unload the truck, and then kind of as the week progresses, everything gets repacked. We'll set up at whatever stadium we're at on Friday, work the game, and then everything kind of starts all over again.
And the game day prep is no easy feat either.
A typical game day for us is a lot longer than it is for a coach, a fan, or even a player. We usually get there about 6 hours before the game starts to set up the locker room for the coaches, the players, set up the field, make sure everything is good to go so that when they get there, they can get right to work.
But all great teams have something in common, a strong leader at the helm. Sam Nichols started his career in equipment management in 2006, and after spending some time working in the NFL, Sam found himself at the U.
So I got an opportunity as a freshman at NC State. Didn't want to leave the facility, wanted to learn as much as I could, and really just kind of fell in love with it.
And another thing a solid team needs is a powerful bond, and that's something this crew is not lacking.
It's nice being able to talk about sports things and things about the team with other people who also get what's going on, and we're all in the same boat. We all go to practice together, we all work together, so there's definitely a good sense of community.
We work a lot of long hours, sometimes early in the morning, late at night, and you get to learn about each other, grow with each other, and all just become a big family. And I think that really helps to maintain and grow our culture here.
It may seem like all the pressure is on the players on the field, but the team behind the scenes shoulders that weight as well.
We're a small piece in a very big puzzle, but that puzzle's not complete unless everything's there.
Reporting for UMTV, I'm Olivia Howell. And with every game, remember the unsung heroes that make it all possible for the fans and players to enjoy the game they love. For UMTV, I'm Olivia Howell.